Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It is Tashira, Politics and Fashion, here today with a video that is all about how to shop luxury on a budget, or how to find ways to shop luxury pieces more affordably. Now, I'm coming to this conversation as someone who has worked in luxury retail for 2 years, been shopping luxury for about 5 or 6 years, but I was not growing up like a luxury shopper. I honestly didn't know that black people could even buy luxury pieces. Like, I'd never seen it in my life. Just as me being completely honest. I moved to the DMV area for law school and saw so many stylish, sophisticated black women for the first time, and it just changed how I saw myself. And I hear a lot of people talking right now about how black women deserve luxury. And it's a shame that we even have to have this conversation, but realistically, I get it, right? I mean, for a whole bunch of social economic reasons, wealth and income inequality, we've not always had the means to do so. But also, once again, we don't see ourselves reflected in the industry very much. From advertisements to models to everyday people to sales associates and boutiques, etc. So not only are we not really engaging in luxury fashion, but once we do, we don't always know how to do it more affordably. And that's why, my sisters, I want to share these 6 tips with you today. Before I get started though, let me share with you what I am wearing, because I actually, scored this Gucci blazer using the tips on my list. Okay, let's get started. So I am wearing a kind of tweed boucle Gucci blazer. Funny story. So I got this blazer, I swear I manifested it, because I wanted a Chanel blazer, and I took it off of my wish list for 2021 because I was like, I'm not spending $5,000 for a used blazer. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Chanel's prices sometimes, y'all already know how I feel about Chanel's prices. Very egregious. And so I took it off my wish list, but then I came across this Gucci one, and I was like, wow, that's actually the vibe that I wanted to go for, because it's a little bit more contemporary. It has these shoulder pads, so a nice little bankhead bounce, accentuated shoulder moment, okay? We have the large gold buckles or buttons. Y'all know Gucci is gaudy. Gucci is very ostentatious, okay? I am here for a gaudy and ostentatious moment though, so we see each other. I love the trim and the black detail, and also like the lace that's woven into it. It's just a stunner piece. It's a little bit oversized, and I'm cool with that because I want to be able to wear it casually like I am today with a graphic t-shirt. This one says Protect Black Women. It is by Off-White. I think it's either on sale now or it will be on sale soon. I have on my seven jeans from my partnership with Resale, a great company that helps you to understand how to shop jeans for your body type. No, not sponsored, but I love them, so I wanted to give them a quick shout out. And I just think the whole outfit together is super casual, but it's classy. It is what I think luxury should be, for me at least. Approachable, casual, but classy. But classy, but bougie, but ratchet. Y'all already know where I'm headed with this. All right. Let's get into these tips. Beforehand, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. You're following me over on Instagram, on the gram, all right? If that's where you found me at first. Hey sis, hey good people. Welcome back. And let's get started. Here's the first tip. The first tip is to shop during luxury brands sales. Yep. I know what you're thinking. Do luxury brands have sales? They do. They do, friend. And they don't want you to know, unless you are a current shopper. So this is me sharing with you something that I learned behind the scenes while working in luxury retail. Before I started working for the brand where I worked for 2 years, I never knew that Gucci, Saint Laurent, Chanel, Burberry, all of the major brands, they do have sale. And the greatest part about them is that their sales seasons usually coincide. So typically sometime in spring and sometime in fall, all of these big design luxury houses are going to have sale. Sale, from my experience, is between 30 and 50% off. No, it's not every single item that is in the store, unfortunately, but you can find some gems, okay? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Y'all remember this bag? I shared it, I think over on IG in a video all about shopping luxury sales. I'll make sure I link that down below. But this is the YSL or the Saint Laurent East Side bag. This bag was not even made for the United States. This is what I mean by finding some gems on sale. It was shipped from Paris because they had a surplus in inventory, and it was sent to the US just for the purposes of the sales season. It's a black and white bag, classic leather. It actually reminds me of the Saint Laurent Sac de Jour, which is a bag that I always loved. But for me, it's better because it zips in the middle. I'm sorry, I have all my stuff in here. It holds quite a lot because even my cosmetic pouch is in here, by the way. It zips in the middle. It has a little YSL tag here. And then get ready to just be knocked over with a feather, girl. Why does the front pouch come out? Yeah, this was a sale piece, 30% off. If I can find other Eastside bags, I'll make sure that I link them down below, because here's the thing. Once pieces go on sale, they tend to either go to the outlet, which I'll get to in a minute, or they're gone forever, evermore, okay? So if I can find any of the pieces that I am talking about today through these 6 tips, I'll make sure that I link them down below. But nevertheless, I think that when you were looking to dip your toe in the luxury water, starting off with sale is great because the price point doesn't kind of like hit you in the gut as much, but they're not going to advertise sale. That's kind of why it's kept so discreet. It's not like Macy's where at the front door you're hit with a 50% off sign, right? That's not how it works, because these brands want to keep this illusion of exclusivity. That's how the prices are able to stay and remain high, and in fact go up on a yearly basis. It's because of this idea that I am getting something that is exclusive. This is part of a very elite group of people who get to shop in these places, as well as quality and craftsmanship, obviously. But what I am saying is that if these designers were very open about sale, it will kind of just diminish the brand a little bit, okay? So typically what happens is that about 2 to 3 weeks before a sale makes it public, the current people who are known to the brand get a message, they get an email, and they say, hey, you've shopped with us before in the past, our sale season is coming up, here's some of the great pieces we have for sale, let us know if you want them. Usually that comes directly from sales associates. Sometimes it comes from the corporate office. It just depends on the brand. But either way, if you are currently in the system, you get first dibs, and that's usually where all the good stuff is, friends, okay? After that, the sale goes public, and it's not a huge, again, sales sign that you're gonna see around the store. I know, for example, when I worked for a luxury brand, the sales sign was the size of a business card, and it was like laid flat on a shelf. But you can find some gems once again. So you may want to start around this time of year, walking into your favorite luxury brand, getting business cards from the sales associates, being in touch, asking them about sales season. They may be a little coy and not quite want to tell you when it is, but trust me, you can find a way to shop sale even if you were not a current client. You may not get the classic bag known to the brand or the classic accessory or pair of shoes. For example, Chanel only does sale on shoes and accessories, so you're probably not going to get a classic like CC brooch, but you can get a taxi cab brooch. You can get a perfume bottle brooch. You can get something that's a little bit more novelty. Do you know what I mean? That's the same thing across all brands. You're going to get probably their more season-specific novelty pieces, but as in the case of the Saint Laurent Eastside bag, you are going to still also find some classics, some staples in your wardrobe that are going to be great key pieces at an affordable price. The second tip, since I already mentioned it, y'all, is to shop at the outlets. The same thing that applies to luxury brands having sales. Yes, luxury brands also have outlets. Where are all of these products going to go? There's like no Chanel cemetery. Okay, there is no big bonfire, like, you know, this mythical bonfire that Hermes has where they burn all the Birkins allegedly. I don't think that's true, but I've heard it before, okay? So these pieces after sale have to go somewhere, and they go to the outlet. So here's what you need to know about shopping luxury outlets. There is no online outlet. I think Burberry may have like a section on their website that's sale or outlet, I'm not sure. But for the most part, if you want to shop outlets, you're going to have to go to a physical location, or once again, to build a relationship with a sales associate. The outlet malls that I'm aware of that are going to have luxury brands are Woodbury Commons, that is up north, about 45 minutes, I believe, north of New York City. You got Orlando Premium Outlets in Orlando, and you also have Sawgrass Mills Outlets in South Florida. Out on the West Coast, you have the Desert Hills Outlet that is in Palm Springs, kind of between Joshua Tree and LA, about 2 hours outside of LA. A bit of a hike if you're in the area, but worth it, okay? Both me and Henri have hit the lick at the outlet before, because the beauty of going to a premium outlet is that you don't feel like you're getting kind of the dregs of what the brand has to offer. I mean, these are still key clutch quality pieces that you're going to find there. Let me give you an example. It is this silk scarf, Gucci scarf, that I got from the Gucci outlet in Orlando. I am obsessed, and I want you to really pay attention, y'all. Hopefully you can see this, to the gold lame bumblebees. It almost gives it like a three-dimensional vibe to it, and I'm just obsessed. Now this is probably about an $800 scarf in store. I mean, it's 100% silk. So guess how much I paid for this? Just pause. Go ahead, write it down below. $149 US. I was like, yep, need that. I've been really into scarves lately. As y'all know, I have my black and white Hermes scarf that I love, and I have a bunch of twillies, and so now I also have this scarf, and I'm thinking that I'm going to wear it, y'all, as a cute little shirt. I'm going to LA next month, so depending on the weather, I'm going to take this and I might be able to wear it as a top with like some nice wide legged pants or a pair of bell bottoms. Just, you know, follow me on the ground. Follow me, I'm going to put it here again. Just follow me on the ground. Here's how outlets work. Once again, they're going to be pieces that were full price in the store. Typically they have gone on sale, then they are sent to outlets. Even if you cannot physically make it into an outlet store, that is fine, because what I found is that people want to make money. Sales associates, once you get their business card or even call the outlet and say, hey, I'm looking for a Prada wallet full size. What do you have? Can you send me some pictures? They will send you pictures. They will do an online order. You don't take your credit card over the phone or anything like that. It's 100% secure. Most brands these days can send you a link. You fill out the link, and then they will ship the product to you free of charge. I'll give you an example. When I was at the Bottega boutique, or the Bottega Veneta outlet in Orlando, I saw a pair of sandals that I absolutely love, but they did not have my size. So I took the sales associate's card, and we've been texting back and forth about these sandals. She ordered them for me. I got 2 pair, one for me, one for my best friend for her birthday. And girl, I just paid using the secure invoice link that she sent me, and those shoes are now on their way to me. They were at least 50% off the price that they were in the boutique. Not to mention, they were a current piece under the new designer Daniel Lee. This is not like some foo-foo flim-flam that they pull it from the back that's like blowing the dust off of it. No sis, this is like current product or recent product that is making its way to the outlet for whatever reason. So give an outlet a call if you're looking for something in particular, or if you just want to kind of see what they have. Definitely give them a call. Ask for an associate to send you pictures to work with. Do not waste their time. I've been in this situation before. If you're bored, girl, just go to the website and like flip through, create a Pinterest board. Do that on your own time. But if you're ready to make a purchase, or if you are seriously thinking about a purchase, definitely give an outlet a call, or even better, stop by. It's a way to save money if you are intending to shop luxury more affordably. My third tip is to shop using luxury resale websites or pre-loved websites. Websites like The Real, Tradesy, Fashionphile, etc. Y'all, I have gotten so adept at using these websites until I don't buy anything full price until I have searched for it online resale first. Except for Hermes. Although I have bought something Hermes on The Real. I got on Ray a horse bit scarf, like holder charm for Christmas. But for Hermes, I'm in the space where I want to build a relationship with someone in the store. But every single other brand, nah sis. I'm looking for it on a resale site, because why not? Before I even started to shop luxury, I was already a big consignment shopper, and so for me it just goes hand in hand. And sometimes you find pieces that maybe stylists are selling or gifts that someone received that have never ever been worn, y'all. I actually found a pair of Gucci boots over on, Chanel boots over on The Real size 41, which is so hard to find. Larger sizes had never been worn before. They were $1,000. They were probably about up to mid-calf. The same pair of boots or similar boots were $1,800 full price at Saks. So yeah. You just cannot beat some of these resale sites. Now, someone is going to say, well, how do you know it's real? I get it. Because when you shop from a reputable website like a Fashionphile, like a Real, etc., those websites authenticate the products for you. It is part of their business model to ensure that the product is real. Even a website that's more like consumer to consumer, like Poshmark, for example. Poshmark will authenticate anything over, I believe, $300 or $500. So it's ways to protect yourself, and if that protection is not there, as is the case with eBay, I would definitely be a lot more careful with what you buy from a resale site. Let's talk about what I've gotten from a resale site. You all probably remember this. It is the Bottega Veneta Intrecciato woven bag. I always screw up the name of the weaving of the leather, y'all. I'm sorry, excuse me. I am so sorry to Mr. Bottega, Mrs. Bottega, whomever started the brand, okay? But this bag is a vintage piece in excellent quality. I shared it with you all in my Bottega Veneta collection video. And talking about price once again, Daniel Lee, the current creative director, has reissued this bag. It has a knot on one side. Simply by having a knot, then it being reissued, the bag is now $3,700. Guess how much I paid for this? I'm gonna pause once again. Go ahead and drop it down below. It was $825 US, okay? And I've actually found quite a few of these on resale sites, so I'll make sure that I link them down below. I don't want to put this down. I love the bag because I love the bag. I love the color pink and I love the shape of the bag. But I love it more because I got it for a steal. Now obviously price is relative, but once again, if you are interested in shopping luxury and you want to do so more affordably, resale sites is where it's at, sis. I've already mentioned the Real Tradesy. I'll also shout out Vestiaire Collective because I have bought from them before and I'm tracking a few items on their website right now. I love Vestiaire Collective because I feel like they have more international sellers or pieces from international sellers, and that's dope because there are going to be items that just were not produced for the United States. So if you're looking for, in my case, for example, a Loewe puzzle bag, you're probably going to get it in a different colorway on a website like Vestiaire Collective than you will new in the store, because you have access to inventory from Japan, from Korea, from Paris, etc. So big fan of Vestiaire Collective. I've heard of folks shopping on websites like Stockx. I've never done that for luxury goods, but also another website to keep in mind. I will link all of these websites down below with a few of my faves from them. My fourth tip that's along the same, this is not for. My fourth tip that's along the same lines is to shop at consignment shops locally. So if you are in a major city or you are close to a major city, chances are there is going to be a boutique that sells luxury items that are pre-owned. For me, in the DC Metro, that is places like Red's Trading, or Red's, I think it's called Red's Trading, or Ella Rue. Even a boutique called Current Boutique, a bit more contemporary, but I have seen luxury items in that boutique as well. These are great places to stop into, you know, obviously if it's safe. Don't know what COVID regulations are where you are, but they're good places to stop into if you're the kind of person that's tactile and you want to actually be able to get your hand on a piece. Unlike online, obviously you're not going to be able to comb through a very large inventory, but you can find some gems. I mean, my first Louis Vuitton bag, I had a Louis Vuitton Speedy that I've since sold. I got from Current Boutique for like $200. That is a classic bag. That's a classic bag that was created by the brand in the 1930s, and in 2021 it's still in style and going strong. The only reason I sold the bag, I hadn't even gotten it hot stamped, but the only reason I sold it was because I used like some leather cleaner to try to clean the handles and completely screwed it up. And so I was like, well, I'm never gonna spend the money to get the handles completely replaced. It just doesn't make sense. I got such a good deal on the bag. I don't want to put $1,000 into replacing all of the leather. Just sold it, I think, to like the Real, and actually ended up making like $50 on it. So yeah, stop by luxury consignment boutiques if you are interested in shopping luxury more affordably. You're probably going to be able to find a pretty good deal. And if you're in the DC area, I know Red's, for example, carries both men's and women's. Now, most like local boutiques don't always have a huge inventory online, but they might. You know, you never know. The inventory may be a little limited, but you may also be able to shop online. My fifth tip is to shop in department stores during their sale season. Now, department stores are interesting because the way it works is that they buy luxury products wholesale from a brand. Once they get the product, they can do what they want to do with it. There may be some terms and conditions, but for the most part, if they wanted to go on sale, they can go on sale. If they don't, then they won't. And so I found things that were still full price in a boutique on sale in a department store. Let me give you an example. It is my Dior, I forget the actual name of these, but it's like Dior fishnet booties in suede. I wear these shoes so much. I'm actually mad, but happy that I waited so late to get them. Mad because I always wondered, how am I gonna style these? And I found a million ways to do it. Happy because by me waiting, I got them for a hell of a price. These booties full price, $1,600. In store at Stockx at Miami Ball Harbor, I think I paid $4 for them. If you follow me on Instagram, you were with me when I actually found them, and when I realized that they had my sale, my size, which is a size 41.5, on sale, it felt like Christmas. I felt like a kid opening my Christmas presents. I mean, obviously I had to buy them myself, but the price was absolutely phenomenal. And unlike boutiques, department stores, when they have their sales, they're a little bit more public. You don't have to worry about kind of the game of figuring out who you know to be able to shop. No, you just walk in. Usually there is, you know, a whole rack or a whole shoe display full of sale shoes, as was the case with these. And it was also not during that kind of spring fall sale season that you usually find in boutiques. I got these in January. I don't know why Stockx was having a sale. They just were. Again, they can do what they want to do. These are Dior. I don't know if I said that. They can do what they want to do when they buy a product full price. These have since been discontinued by the store, by the brand Dior. Yet another reason why shopping sale is so dope, because you can get your hand on stuff that you always loved, but the brand decides for whatever reason to no longer make. So I could have very well missed out on these booties if I had not just found them at Stockx on a whim. So yes, my dear, stay close to department stores to shop luxury more affordably. I am typically not a department store shopper, I'll be honest. I prefer to go into a boutique because I feel like their selection tends to be a little bit wider. But for the perspective, or for the purposes, I'm sorry, of shopping more affordably and finding pieces at a good price, I will encourage you to take a look at department stores inventory. Typically would not be my advice, but in this case, you can find some gems. And then tip number 6, y'all, is to shop using a list. This is not about where to shop, it's about how to shop. I cannot say enough how important it is to weave luxury pieces into your wardrobe using discretion. Now, obviously, you buy what you want to, girl. It's your money, you work. But I think for me, what I have found is that when I make a list, and I use the 5 tips that I've shared with you all today, it enables me to shop, number 1, without feeling guilty about spending my money. But it also enables me to ensure that I am weaving things into my wardrobe that I'm actually going to get a lot of wear out of. I think when we shop impulsively, that is what gets us into trouble, because number 1, our bank account maybe wasn't expecting it. But also number 2, is one of those things where, you know, because we may have shopped impulsively, it's like, did I really want this thing? Or was I just caught up in the moment because it, you know, came across my plate or whatever it may be? So make a list. I also am a big believer in manifestation, the same way that I had been thinking about a Chanel blazer, decided not to get the Chanel one because of the price, and then the Gucci one came across my plate at a fraction of the price. I will link one if I can find it down below. Is just an example of how powerful also it can be to create a list. So I encourage you to once again shop with intention, make a list, and use tips 1 through 5 to get your hands on those pieces that you love. Alright y'all, that is the end of my video. I hope these 6 tips have been helpful to you, that are all about how you can shop luxury more affordably. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below, did I miss anything? What are some of the tips that you've used to save money on luxury? I would love to hear it. And in the meantime, I will see y'all across the internet. Peace.